Given how easy it is to create brand new teams, this is something you might actually end up taking the ability away from members within your organization from doing. And what's more, even if you don't, well, there really isn't any good way to enforce your org specific naming conventions. But with Ticket, what we're going to do is we're going to build a process that not only lets you create teams in a consistent way, but one that also enforces which words cannot be used when creating a team. To get things started, we're going to create a new template with a custom form over at web.ticket.ai. Now, with this new template I've created called New Team, you'll notice I have some fields that I need the requester to fill out. For example, what's the name of this team, a couple of words, a description of what this team actually does, what it's about, whether or not the team is public or private, and finally, a reason field. Why does this team need to exist? Why is it getting created? Now, three of these fields probably and do look familiar from when we were creating a team inside of Microsoft Teams. And that's, of course, the name, description, and public or private. Now, there's one key difference, though, and that's with the team name field. And what I've done here is I've said and I've prevented anyone from creating a team that has the word team inside of it with this validation pattern. So if you wanted to create a brand new team using this process, it could be called accounting, but it couldn't be called accounting team. You could have a team called HR, but it couldn't be called HR team. Again, it doesn't matter what I call it, I just can't have the word team in it. So let's save this and head back to Ticket Virtual Agent to see how this works. Now, I've already trained Ticket Virtual Agent to respond to a few different phrases. So let's just say new team, and we'll fill this out. So I'm going to call this espresso team, the team that gets stuff done fast. I want to make this private. I want to make this invite only. And the reason is need a team for our top technical resources. And I'm going to hit submit. And I immediately get the error message. I immediately receive my validation that I've configured in my template, wherein the team name cannot include the word team. So let me just remove that and we'll try it again. And now that ticket has been created. So now let's go over to Power Automate and see how all of this is made possible. So over in Power Automate, you'll notice that my flow is more than a couple steps, but that doesn't mean that it has to be complicated. For starters, my trigger is that anytime a ticket is created, and as long as the template I'm using is new team, then we're immediately going to begin this flow. And this flow begins with parsing JSON. And specifically, we're going to parse the card answer JSON from the ticket. This is going to be the form that was submitted through Ticket Virtual Agent when someone filled this out. And so it's going to contain all of the things that we asked for, like the name and the description, the reason, if it's private or not. And with those answers, we are going to use them to create a brand new team. And that's exactly what we've done here. Using the create a team action, we're going to create a new team that goes by the team name that was supplied, the description that was supplied, and whether or not it's visible, whether or not it's public or private within my organization. And then I'm going to go two steps further. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to retrieve a user profile. And the user profile I'm going to retrieve out of my organization, out of my 365 tenant, is the requester that submitted this ticket. And once I have this user profile, I'm going to use it to create and set a new owner of the team that I just created. So with all of that said, this is all that it takes to create a brand new team in my organization, to set the owner, to control the naming convention of that team, and track the request entirely inside of Ticket. And so with all of that said, until next time.